Hi friend, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a relatively modest gathering of items that I have used up. I'm gonna go ahead and start with some makeup. I have both some products I finished off and some things that I'm just kind of decluttering out of the collection. So let's go ahead and dive in. So we'll start first with the decluttery items. This one is older in my collection. I think I got it like last year. It's the e.l.f. Ride or Die Lip Balm in Tough Cookie. I feel like I got sucked into a lot of the love and hype that this lip balm was getting. But when I tell you it is thick, it is thick. Like, I'm really pressing here to get product out and I can barely with two hands get a little bit out. I don't know if it is supposed to be this way or if it has turned on me and that's why mine is like this, but it's just unpleasant. And I feel like for how thick it is and the way that it is spread onto your lips, it just doesn't match up. Like, the two things don't jive for me. So I'm officially getting rid of it. I don't need to have this super high maintenance, not great lip product in my personal lip collection. So second item that I am decluttering is a mascara, another lash primer. I just like keep constantly getting sucked into lash primers. And when I was poking around the Ulta website during their like fall haul event, I came across the J Cat Lash Primer Mascara. I feel like this was super cheap. And there's a reason for that. It is terrible. I don't know what it is, but I feel like lash primers fall into two categories. They are either this like wet gel clear type of primer, or they tend to be more of that white-esque, like actual mascara, but just white kind of primer. This falls into the first category. It is basically just like a clear, what I best describe it as is a clear brow gel being marketed as a lash primer. It just like wet my lashes. It didn't do anything to them. It didn't enhance them. I really like primers because I have a lot of lashes and they're relatively long in my opinion, but they are not very thick. And I don't like a thin, wispy mascara look. I like to have my lashes almost look like I have spider legs. It just, to me, is the kind of thickness I'm looking for. And I like primers that basically add a thickening agent to my lashes so that when I then apply the black mascara, they are nice and thick and long. And I just much more appreciate that. This didn't do it. I don't recommend this. It's not great. If you're looking for a clear brow gel, perhaps this is for you, but I'm disappointed in it. And if it wasn't so expensive, I'd return it, but I'm just gonna go ahead and get rid of it. Okay, a couple of boring makeup products that I finished off. The first is, oh yeah, you guessed it, the e.l.f. Daily Brush Cleaner. If you've been here before, you know the story already. If you're new, welcome. And here's my PSA on this particular product. Essentially, this is what I use to spray my makeup brushes after I finish doing my makeup every single day. I feel it, one, removes the color and also has helped maintain my brush quality. I do actually like deep clean my brushes once a week, but this I feel like does a really nice job just keeping my brushes nice and soft and also clean and bacteria free, all the things I appreciate. My only qualm is it feels like e.l.f. has gotten rid of the jumbo size of this and I miss it because I blow through the small guy super fast. Other kind of boring makeup product that I have is my Ofra setting spray. It's the Makeup Fixer. This I was gravitating towards when I first got it because it has no denatured alcohol in it, which is nice to my skin. It's a relatively large bottle and it's not too expensive. However, this particular packaged one, the sprayer just wasn't super tight on the container, so it would constantly leak and ooze, which wasn't great. There is 8 ounces in here. It's a really large amount. I think I have another one of these because I bought a couple when they were on sale. It is nice. I enjoy it for basically sticking makeup to my face. I know Ofra's kind of had a little bit of a falling out in the makeup world, but the last time I bought this was a couple of years ago and it's been slowly worked through in my collection. So happy to have finished off something as large as this. Also have a foundation that I have finished off, probably one of the newer foundations to my collection. It's the L'Oreal True Match Nude Hyaluronic Tinted Serum. Mine was in the shade 0.5-2, very light. Oh man, I really get along well with the L'Oreal foundations. I feel like I get a really good color match off of typically their lightest shade in a range, and I like the coverage. This was really nice because it wasn't a dewy, in my opinion, it wasn't a dewy foundation, and it also wasn't super heavy coverage. I would say it was a step above the Revlon Light foundation that I recently used up. I think this is a bit more coverage than that. It really was able to more effectively provide a nice like clearing up of my skin, but I could still kind of see freckles through it. I would tell you that it doesn't last through everything. Like, it's not your ride or die through thick or thin. This will get you through it. By the end of the day, I could see a little bit of like settling around my smile lines. I could see a little bit of breaking up around my nose, but it didn't really bother me because it wasn't such a full coverage foundation that the breaking apart wasn't too noticeable. I mean, I used this whole thing up, which tells you a lot because I've got a bunch of coverage foundation products in my collection and I miss it. I would happily repurchase this and I would probably have already gone out and bought it again if I didn't have a real like bloated foundation collection happening right now in my overall makeup inventory. Last item for this category, which might be a stretch, but it is a lip balm. It's the Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask in Apple Lime. This is the third or fourth, I think, in a little set I bought. I want to say it was last November. So about a year ago, I came across a little, what I imagine was a holiday set that Laneige had put out with different lip balm flavors. And this one was fine. It wasn't my favorite flavor ever, but the quality of the Laneige lip balm, I would say, hasn't deteriorated at all from scent or flavor to flavor. It's been really nice. I put this on at night. I feel like it really does keep my lips nourished and is a nice sort of recovery overnight product. So I will happily keep purchasing and using these up. I have two baby girl products to share with you. The first is the shampoo that we were using. It's the Honest Shampoo Body Wash Everyday Gentle and Sweet Orange Vanilla. I feel like the scent of this is very light, very minimal. I didn't really pick up on much of it. I also didn't use it on her body. This was only being used as a shampoo, but I really liked it for that reason because it wasn't drying her head out, which was nice. The previous shampoo I was using was doing that. So I do recommend. We had another one of these gifted to us, so I'm working on that one right now, and we'll probably buy it again after I'm done with that one. We've also finished off another one of the Honest Body Washes Soothing Therapy for Eczema Prone Skin. This stuff is great. We've gone through how many containers of this by now? I actually was doing a slight experiment where I bought a Aveeno. It was supposed to be just an Aveeno like moisturizing body wash, wasn't targeted specifically for eczema. And I'm noticing a couple of weeks into using it that her eczema is starting to crop back up. So I definitely feel like this is having a true effect on her skin. So I need to go out and buy some more of it and get it back into our life because I do think it was helping to keep her eczema at bay and also keep her skin nice and clean but moisturized, which is really, really great. I think this and the balm from this line, not the lotion, but the actual like soothing thick balm, are the two standouts from their eczema line. One hair item, and that's my Garnier Whole Blends Illuminating Conditioner, Moroccan Argan and Camellia Oils Extracts, supposed to illuminate and moisturize dull hair. I bought this couponing. I like the scent of it. It did the job. I wouldn't necessarily say I need to get this exact one again. I'm just working on the random ones I have in my hoarding closet, and I picked these up via couponing, so nothing super noteworthy to highlight here. I have one nail item. We are officially in a period of time of buying nails that I'm working through holiday nails, and two, opening up fresh boxes. So I happen to only have this one from the current Halloween collection. These are called Boo, as in the ghost, Boo Yeah, and they're really fun. This is my second time wearing them. They're currently on my nails. But you have the French design here, which is a ghost, and it glows in the dark. Love that. And then you have different bats here with some stars, the moon. I think they're really, really cute. Like I said, the little tips with the French manicure ones that are ghosts actually glow in the dark, which is super fun. And it's the second time wearing them, which says a lot to you because I have a number of Halloween nails. So for these to make it into the lineup twice in the month of October, it tells you they must be really, really nice. I did buy a second box of them, which I'll probably save for next year's Halloween time. I have just a few body items that I've worked through. One fortune cookie soap. It is the Whip Soap in I Love Daisies. I thought this smelled very lovely. I love a nice fresh floral scent. The only thing I'll say about Whip Soap is I use it to shave with. I don't feel like the scent really stands out in the shower. Like, it gets lost really quickly. I don't really smell it. I don't really smell it on my skin. So I definitely don't think I would enjoy this if I was using it as a body wash because the scent is just not powerful enough. But as a shaving mechanism, they're great. It helps me get really close to my skin with no razor burn. So I do recommend these. And I basically will purchase like a few at a time when I'm on the Fortune Cookie Soap website, just buying whatever ones they have that have decent scent note sounds, because that's when I stock up and then just use them up until they are gone. I have one scrub product that was not in my project Use It Up. It's the Trader Joe's Brazil Nut Body Scrub. Oh Lord, this took the Facebook group that I was in for Trader Joe's for a period of time by storm. This essentially smells like the Sol de Janeiro Boom Boom Cream. Oh man, it's lovely. The scent is absolutely to die for, and I love the scrub because it's like a sand-based scrub. Like, it feels like I took beach sand with Sol de Janeiro scent, mixed them together, and it was marvelous. I did buy, I think, 2 of these when they came out, so it's the first one I've worked through. There's only 8 ounces, and I feel like I went through it really fast because it was a lovely sensory experience. But shortly after they brought these out, they brought out a lotion version, and I'm pretty sure I bought 2 of those as well because the scent is just amazing, and I hope that they bring this back next summer, and I'll probably pick up a couple then as well. I also have this bath bomb. I picked up a couple of these post Christmas. I think they were like 80% off at CVS. I can't remember the company name, but I know that they were on Shark Tank, and it was designed by, I think, a couple of teenage girls. And I grabbed these simply because they were so cheap. Their whole gimmick is that wedged inside their bath bombs is like some kind of little like trinket. Because these were Christmas and they were red, they had like a little strange Rudolph red nose in there, which was like a dumb throwaway to me. But I'm telling you about this because the scent of this was so good. I wish I had kept the packaging. Oh my God. I love the smell. It to me is by no means a winter Christmas scent, but God, do I love it. I have a couple more of them, and I can't wait to have more bath time so that I can use them, because it was just simply an amazing sensory experience, and it didn't stain me or my bathtub, which is great because red can be a real pain in the butt to scrub off of my bathtub. Okay, let's wrap this all up by talking about a number of skincare products. I basically went through a wave of finishing up the current go-to skincare that I have been working with. So the first thing that I have is the I'm From Mugwort Essence from Ganwa, Korea. Probably said that incorrectly. This is basically a toner. I had this for a really long time and was working through it. I have a number of these that I just kind of amassed all at once, like not this, but just toners. And I was slowly working through it. I do not think it is better than the Paula's Choice BHA. Oh, it's a lot of letters. My mom brain just like can't unscramble. So go with me on this. But that one, I don't think it's better than that. But I haven't had that one in so long because I've been working through other toners. So I can't wait to get that back into my life. This was fine, but I didn't feel like it was doing anything amazing to my skin. I've got 2 products from Versed. So I got sucked into trying out Versed because after I posted my cleansing balm battle, it was recommended to me that I purchase the Versed cleansing balm, and you can get it at Target. It's like relatively inexpensive. So I snagged that. But when I was on Target's website, they were doing a special where it was like buy 2, get a $5 or $10 gift card to Target. And I was in the need for a face moisturizer as well. So I snagged the Versed Day Dissolve Cleansing Balm and the Recovery Mode Advanced Night Cream with fermented purple tea, green coffee, and microalgae. I am not a Versed person. I don't believe. I did not enjoy this cleansing balm. I didn't like it because it stung my eyes, which isn't my jam. I used the whole thing because I was about determined to do it, but I just didn't feel like it was that great at taking off makeup, and it also stung a little bit. I could avoid the stinging if I used like a lot and kept my eyes like really tightly shut, and then like immediately would hose myself down in the shower to get it all off. But I think because I was closing my eyes so tightly, I couldn't really like effectively rub the product and break my makeup down. So not getting again, would not recommend. And then for the actual night cream, I am not this target audience. I don't really know what I was thinking. This is truly meant for a person with dry skin. If you have dry Sahara skin, I think you would love this. It's a very thick moisturizing night cream. The packaging also, I know people probably would like this. I didn't like this because it was hard for me to get just the right amount. And I also felt like I had to really clean my finger across this to not have any like product residue or buildup from night to night. And I also don't like it because I couldn't quite tell when I was going to run out of this, and that like low-key stresses me out. I like to know when I'm gonna run out of something, even though I always have a backup. Like I always have another one of these or another nighttime moisturizer in the wings waiting to be called upon, but I still don't like not knowing. And I felt like it took me a long time to get to the end of this. So I wouldn't get it again. It's not terrible. I just don't think it's meant for my basically neutral leaning, sometimes oily, prone skin. On the flip side though, I have two from the Selfless by Hyram line. I have the salicylic acid and sea kelp serum. It's the pore clearing and oil control serum. And then I repurchased the niacinamide and maracuja daily barrier support moisturizer. I feel like when I first tried this, I wasn't out here giving it the most amazing review. But then when I found myself needing another nursing safe daytime moisturizer, I came back to this, and I have to say, I do think it's better than I initially gave it credit for. I like the texture of it. It's a lovely gel moisturizer, which works well for my neutral oily leaning skin because it provides hydration without being too much, and it's not too rich. Like it's really good with my acne, which I don't have as much acne lately, but I think it's because I've been doing a good job taking care of my skin. And then the serum, I liked it, but I probably won't buy it again because this packaging was just not my favorite. This is a strange, in my opinion, strange way to package this serum because it's a really thin liquid that just sort of squirts out of here in a weird way. Like I was finding that when it was first full, I would be able to squeeze it out really easily, almost too easily that I'd get too much. And then as the air pocket would start to break down and get smaller and smaller, it was harder for me to be able to, because I basically keep my stuff in a drawer like this, it was hard for me to be able to get serum out of here. I would love to see this come in a pump. If it came in a pump, I would happily buy it over and over again. But this packaging to me is not the most ideal way to have this. So I like the product, don't like the packaging, probably wouldn't buy it again. I also have an eye cream I did not love. This was the e.l.f. Holy Hydration Eye Cream with hyaluronic acid and peptide complex. This is when I was on like my journey to find something like the Belief True Eye Balm, but not pay the kind of price tag. And I had a sample of this. And I then bought a full size. I'm not quite sure why that happened, but I hadn't used the sample before I acquired this. And when I used the sample, I was like, oh no, I didn't like it. And I now have a full size one to use. I didn't love this because it's just not super hydrating despite being called Holy Hydration. I think if you don't really have that dry of under eyes the way I do, this probably would be sufficient, but then what's the point of putting on an eye cream in my opinion? I also felt like it was super thin. Like I would take a little bit out and I would go to pat it underneath my under eyes and inevitably it would like spread like into my actual eye. There was no way that I could avoid that from happening. It just wasn't my jam. I'm very glad that it's gone. I wouldn't buy it again. I have another cleansing balm. I always have two cleansing balms going because I've got one in my shower, which is where I mostly take my makeup off. But then there are like a couple of nights a week where I don't take a nighttime shower and I take my makeup off at my actual like vanity sink. So I worked through the final one of this little trio. It's the Pharmacy Green Clean Makeup Melt Away Cleansing Balm. This was in the scent Lemon Mint. I've said it before about the other two and I'll say it again. This is a lovely makeup cleansing balm. It breaks makeup down easily. It's very pleasant texture. It does not leave any residue on my nice contacts or on my face. Like I don't feel like I need to do a second cleanse even though I do, but it's pricey and I don't think it's any better than my vanilla one that I can get a huge tub of for about the same price. So glad I tried it, glad I scratched that itch, but it's not going to get me to want to buy it over cheaper ones that I have found. All right, and to end it all, I have this strange Eco Tools product that I'm pretty sure Eco Tools no longer makes. This is a skincare sponge, aka it is a circular dish sponge that I use to very effectively and easily remove any kind of mask that is a dry down mask or like a cream but don't let it sink into your skin all night kind of mask. This has been awesome. I have since found that Dollar Tree now sells these from like some, I think Dollar Tree's in-house brand, but they sell two for $1.25, which is a great price. These last me about 3 to 6 months and I just inevitably pitch them, but I love this for taking off those like charcoal masks that dry on my skin. It makes them much more manageable to get off. I just saturate the sponge and wipe it away. It's a lot less messy. It's very great. So I do recommend these if you're looking for something like that. These are a great way to get those masks off. Woo! There you have it. Those are all of the products that I have managed to use up. I so appreciate you tuning in and hearing my thoughts on these items, and I'll talk to you in the next video real soon. Bye.